Monkey Bar started in 1997 and it was started by myself and Sandy and Tim. We were all three out of work actors at the time and we just developed this bond. The three of us really loved reading, we really loved theatre and we really loved young people. We all had young people in our lives at the time and we came up with this idea to why don't we just adapt a book? And we approached Tim Winton and we adapted The Bugger Lugs Bum Thief and we toured for 5 months up and down the east coast of Australia and that's how the company was born.
Monkey Bar, I think, is a company that really puts its heart and soul into everything it does, and you can see that in the way it tours through regions, in the way it runs workshops. You know, a lot of places might say that we put young people at the heart of everything we do, but you can see that Monkey Bar really does. It's a company with a conscience, it's a company with a soul, and I love that.
Every book has its own unique process. The nitty-gritty of the process is we sit and we read that book for a long time, reading it and imagining and looking at the illustrations. The illustrations are a huge, huge part of the storytelling for us. And we talk and we laugh and we act it out as we're writing, and we spend a lot of time in classrooms working with teachers, working with young people. And over the last few years we've spent a lot of time in Western Sydney working with very diverse young people in classrooms. And one thing that occurred to us over the last few years is that we also need to make sure that our audiences are reflected on stage. Young people in our audiences are diverse, so they all need to be able to see themselves on stage.
We're very fortunate because we have 3 extraordinary writers who are patrons of the company, Maurice Gleitzman, Suzanne Gervais and Jackie French.
We just love having them as part of our team. They're part of us. We take our relationships with them with a lot of care because they are entrusting the spirit of their work within the theatrical adaptation.
I have 3 school-age children who live in regional New South Wales, and I know the impact that a Monkey Bar tour has on a regional town. Touring has been part of our DNA since day one. Every corner of Australia we've been there at some point, from tiny town halls to major stages.
The touring has always been a huge part of the company's ethos. We don't want young people in remote or regional areas to miss out. Why should they?
Diary of a Wombat toured to 59 venues around the country. It was seen by about 55,000 young people and families. It performed 163 times around every state and territory of Australia. I'm just gobsmacked by the love that Mothball has received around the country, and I expect that that's going to happen around the world. She's pretty gorgeous.
Last year I was really fortunate to do a 4.5-week tour of America with a play that I wrote called The Unknown Soldier. What's different about The Unknown Soldier in regards to our canon of work is that it's not an adaptation. I wanted to write something to explore and to pay homage to World War I. What is so wonderful is that they're Australian stories and it doesn't matter. The actual stories themselves are connecting with young people in the United States as much as they connect with young people here. So what's coming up in the pipeline in the next 14 to 18 months is Mem Fox and Julie Vivis's book, Possum Magic. We've started the adaptation process with that, and the theatrical dreaming. How are we going to do it? How are we going to make Hush invisible, visible on the stage? I don't know, I've no idea.
We did know,
magic.
we couldn't tell you.
No, it's magic,
Can't let you in the
magic,
secret.
magic.
So 21 years for Monkey Bar, and I suppose you could be forgiven for saying thank you, let's go take a rest, but that's not where we're at. We're really excited about the future.
We as a company, and our peers as well in Australia, are some of the best young people's theatre in this whole world. And what I would love to do is share with them in the delivering our works worldwide.
You know, 21 years has been such an exciting journey, but just wait till 31, 41, 51, ain't seen nothing yet.